Hi guys, Lil Beezy Baby 1985 coming at you with a review for the C9 High Point 9mm. Couple things here. I am licensed for firearms in the state of Illinois. You know, a lot of people do YouTube videos without the right credentials, and it just doesn't make sense. Couple things you see here. Of course, the firearm itself, my credentials. You can actually turn my badge around. See, I have in the state of Illinois FOID card. You can't do anything in Illinois with firearms without that, even though we have the worst gun laws in America. But I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this video is about. I'll make another one about Illinois and their crappy gun laws. But right here we have the C9, two magazines. The factory magazine, 8-shot. I always put 9 in there. 8+1 gun, and 10-shot. You know, I always put 1, so it'd be 11 rounds in the firearm. A couple of things we did. You know, I just got this firearm probably like I say a week ago. I really didn't have the chance to take it to the range until today. And I want to say, people, you know, it's a lot of critics out there talking about High Point, but I can say that this weapon performed flawlessly. As you see, these boxes are empty. It's probably a couple rounds in here, but after 100 rounds, 130 rounds, 140 rounds, High Point said you have to break the firearm in, you know, with two to 300 rounds. So I did about 130. Probably do some more Saturday. But guys, after 130 rounds, 140 rounds, flawless. You know, no failure to eject, no failure to extract. You know, I did have a hard time racking the slide in. You know, the first shot, the first 5-6 rounds. But after I dumped the magazine and the next set of 9, perfect. You know, no failure. You know, and the range that I went to today, it was a really sucky range. But in the future, I will actually have a couple more ranges where we can actually take the camera in. We can see how the High Point works. It's not an expensive gun. In Illinois, you know, you have to pay the Department of Revenue their sucky $9 tax. But after that, it was about $178. You know, it's not an expensive firearm. But for defense, you know, I live with my wife, my grandma, and my daughter. So if anybody messes with me or comes in my house, then this is what I want to use. I have to film and, you know, narrate, so bear with me for a second. A couple things here. I mean, ergonomics. The gun is heavy, but I have small hands. You know, I'm a small stature guy, and for me, I mean, it's no problem. You know, it ran good. You know, people say, I know I hear a lot of people on YouTube talking about, oh, High Point's heavy, they're too heavy, it's too heavy. For this gun to be this weight, 3.5-inch barrel, it runs pretty good. Speaking of that, let's go over just a couple specs of this weapon in particular. You know, we have a 3.5-inch barrel. 3.5-inch barrel, you know, polymer frame, you know, last round lock open, of course, magazine observation point, and we see here 1911 standard magazine release, adjustable sights. And one thing about these High Points, I'm not a big fan of the sights, if you guys can get a good sight picture, but the sights are, you know, they're decent for what you pay for. You know, it's nice set of sights. And as you see, I have small hands, small-handed guy. You know, I'll cut myself up running for the bus, so never mind that. I'm not, the zombie apocalypse is not about to break out, but I have small hands, and you know, for a guy of my stature, this gun feels good. You know, I have a nice good grip on it, especially when I pop that 10-rounder in there. You know, makes the gun, give the gun a better feel. You know, the 8-rounder is good, but I'm a fan of the 10-rounder. So yeah, it ran flawlessly, and that's about it, man. Give you guys idea of what kind of groups we were shooting today. I was shooting today, and I ran a couple different defensive drills, some tactical reloads, you know, a couple things like that. And I got to say, man, you know, People can say what they want, but this weapon, it ran pretty good, man. It ran pretty good, and uh, not like the like the $800 SIG that I have. I'll do a video on the SIG, but for the money and what it's worth, and people say they can't carry this weapon, conceal carry this weapon. I don't see how. I mean, it is heavy. You have better carry conceal options, but me personally, this would be my carry concealed weapon simply because it has the right weight. I have enough firepower with the 10 round mag plus one in the head, so that's 11 rounds of 9mm, and that should be able to get the job done, guys. If you can't do it in 11 rounds, then you don't need to be standing behind a firearm. So, other than that, guys, that's it. Another thing on the ammunition, federal ammunition. 115 grain, full metal jackets. This is my practice ammunition for practice only. My defensive load are federal hollow points, and you can see the difference in the bullets. The hollow points a little bit shorter. Of course, at the tip, it's opened at the tip. You guys get a good picture right there. Practice round, defensive round, and it runs pretty good, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna make a 10-minute video, but you guys are thinking about buying a High Point. I see a lot of videos, people bashing the High Point. It did pretty good to me, and like I said, you can actually see where I did some substantial shooting today. All those primers are dimpled. Every last one of them. You get a nice primer, they all dimpled. So, and I'm telling you, I see guys on here, people in matches, failure to fire and failure to feed, failure to extract, failure to eject. And guys, I honestly say I did a lot of drills today. This is just one of my targets. This was my defensive 7-yard target, and after putting a couple rounds down there, couple of them was the 8-round mag, couple of them was 10-round mag. But after putting a couple bullets downfield, not a problem. Failure to feed, long distance target. As you guys can see, kind of see what kind of group I was getting. Had to do a little adjustment to the sights, and I kind of wanted to save my targets. I save all my targets, so to see where I was and where I want to be. A neck shot right there. So I was trying to get a better group. In the range, dorking around with the stuff. So, and that's about it, guys. Let you guys get a little picture of how it looks with the difference between the 10-round and the 8-round mag. So bear with me. Let me stand the camera up because I have to film and navigate. So just hold on. As you see with the 10-round mag, you have more of a full size pistol look. Fits great in my hands. An 8-round mag feels just as great. So, but I prefer the 10-round mag. So that's it, guys. High Point C9 review. Thanks for watching. Any comments? The weebs and dickheads, y'all can keep them to yourself. I really don't want to hear that shit on my YouTube page. And any constructive criticism, I would love to hear it. Shout out to Nothing Fancy, Hickok 45. Those are my guys. The other guy, I can't remember his name. His name is Brandon something 0424. He got a couple. He did the contest on What's Your House Defensive. Shout out to that guy. I gotta subscribe to his page when I actually get back on YouTube. So other than that, guys, that's it. Have a good day, and guys, stay safe out there. It's a madhouse. Cool.